Hi, I'm Max from AAA Backstage, and we're here with Darren, aka Harts. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, look, loving Big Sound. Just getting ready for a good time.
Yeah.
So, first question is the album Smoke, Fire, Hope, Desire drops later this month. What can fans expect for the release?
I think they can expect what they like about me plus a whole lot more. Like, there's a lot more in terms of the diversity in genres. There's a lot more in terms of the musicality and the musicianship that I've really tried to step up my game in, really, and production-wise as well. I think I'm kind of getting to a point as a songwriter where I've kind of found exactly what makes me unique and what I'm doing differently, and really focusing on that and honing that. So that's something that I really tried to achieve with this album. At the same time, this album is a concept album in that it has a strong theme and a strong concept from start to finish, and the songs kind of blend into each other and flow that way. So it's something that I haven't done before, so I'm looking forward to seeing your thoughts.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to hearing it. But you've had some massive shows recently. You've been on some huge stages like Groove in the Moo and Splendor. And then, like, not to mention your own tours and things like that all around the world. Well, how does it feel to come back to a smaller, sort of more intimate gig like Big Sound?
It kind of feels good though. It's because like at big festivals and stuff, you don't particularly know exactly how many people there know about you and stuff, apart from when you play the material that's, hit material stuff. But these type of shows is good because you get to see people like face to face, like really close. You get to see expression in their face when you're playing, so you get to see what they're feeling through their expression, and it's something that you can't really see in a festival crowd, particularly with big stages, because they're already so far away and things like that. So I like the smaller venues for that thing. Particularly like last night we played at the Triffid, and that's an awesome sounding venue. So it was still massive and huge sounding on stage for us, and we just had a good time. So yeah. Yeah.
And from what we've heard, it was an absolutely awesome show at the Triffid. So you've got some huge shout outs since you've been playing, but one of the biggest ones was from the late great Prince. How did that feel to get a shout out? And he compared you to himself. How did that feel? And do you think there's a lot of parallels between your process and his in terms of musicianship?
Yeah, definitely. It feels amazing that I got the blessing of that kind of thing, because Prince was not one of those musicians that gave shout outs to people often. So for him to even say that and bring me out to play with him and jam with him and stuff like that was a huge, huge blessing on my career, and it really pretty much kicked off my career in a way when it happened. It kind of it's a double-edged sword in a lot of ways too, because I feel as though people kind of put me under the microscope a lot more that is like that, because if Prince believes that I was kind of similar to how he was at my age and things like that, which is the truth I believe too, people kind of come to your shows and you see them standing there and judging you and kind of like that. So it is a double-edged sword, and you get a lot more pressure out of it, but at the same time I'm blessed that he had the confidence and stuff like that in what I was doing, and he really encouraged me to continue what I was doing, and he inspired me in that way too. And from talking to him and stuff, our process for songwriting, playing, stuff like that was very similar. We're on similar wavelengths, so yeah.
Which keynote speakers or panels would you be most looking forward to sort of getting your eyes around while you're at Big Sound?
I actually haven't had a look at too much of the scheduled stuff, but anything that involves like musical tech and stuff I'm really interested in. I don't know if there's any speaking about that, but after this I'm going to kind of look at the program and see what's on for today and what I can catch. But I'm kind of interested in more that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And in terms of artists, who would you like to catch in your spare time?
I already did catch last night Eka Vandal and TK Mazda, because I wanted to see how they do their live stuff, and it sounded pretty huge, and I was impressed by that, and that gave me inspiration last night actually to step up the game. But I haven't, as I said, I haven't really had too much to look at the scheduling, so I don't know exactly who's playing what. I think Big Sound's really great for spontaneous discoveries as well, like as in just walking into a place like this or something like that and discovering something brand new that you didn't know existed. So I'm looking forward to doing that as well, and at the show tonight, and seeing what's around.
Yeah, I think more importantly, which artists do you think you could possibly have beef with at Big Sound?
Beef with? I don't know, man. I honestly think nobody, because I don't really know too much. Like I don't really know too much other artists, so I don't even think I'd have a beef. Maybe if someone
Maybe they'll bring it to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, maybe someone wanted to bring
you
a
got to
beef.
step up your game.
Yeah, but no, to be honest, man, like all the Australian musos and stuff like that, everyone's super supportive. Everyone's super like into what I'm doing. I'm super into what they're doing and things like that. There's like we know it's hard in Australia to break and things like that. So there's a mutual understanding there. I don't think any bands actually have proper beefs with each other, but yeah.
And one final question is, what would be your one piece of advice for punters to have a really enjoyable big sound?
I guess how do I put it? Big sound and these type of showcases are very not a whole lot of setup time for the bands, not a whole lot of testing for their equipment, things like that. So if things go wrong on stage for bands, which I've seen many times and it's happened to me as well, kind of you got to kind of let that go and things like that. Try to enjoy the moments. Don't complain too much about the sound, because the sound engineers are working so hard and there's like so many bands in and out and stuff like that. So I see a lot of comments like people saying like, "Oh, the sound was shit," or like, "Was it because of that?" So just try not to be too into that and just try and enjoy what you're seeing. So yeah,
I think that's pretty good advice. And look, we're really looking forward to when the album drops. And you've been watching Triple A Backstage. We've been with Harts. Cheers.